Evolution has produced very different strategies of thermoregulation, staying warm and keeping cool across phylogeny. While cold-blooded animals like snakes, lizards, and fish take on the temperature of their environment, we warm-blooded creatures generate our own heat and have our own cooling system. And, compared with cold-blooded animals, we also have to eat a lot of food to maintain a healthy body temperature regardless of the environment, around 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit for humans. But even among us mammals, evolution has produced very different mechanisms for keeping cool and maintaining that ideal body temperature in the hot months. Dogs stay cool by panting and have very localized sweat glands, mostly on their feet. Whales stay cool in the water. Large ears and even horns can rid an animal of excess heat through radiation, where the blood is taken directly to the surface. Elephants and other animals flap their ears and other extremities to increase airflow by convection. Surprisingly, for many animals, a thick coat of fur protects against extreme heat, acting as an effective insulator. We primates also rely on radiation and convection to cool our bodies. However, these mechanisms are not generally adequate. So, humans, gorillas, chimpanzees, and other apes have evolved to rely on another strategy to avoid overheating. We perspire to stay cool. And since our species is somewhat unusual in our virtual hairlessness, evaporative cooling by means of sweating is especially effective as a heat resistance mechanism. With the largest number of sweat glands of all the primates, we have the honor of being the sweatiest of all the apes. When we sweat, the water evaporates and transmits heat away from the skin. That's why on a humid day, the evaporation rate of water, or sweat, is reduced, and it's more difficult to keep cool. That's also why it's especially important to drink plenty of fluids on a hot, humid day, to keep your natural cooling system working, and to avoid dehydration by replenishing the water your body loses. Also, don't forget that while sweat is 99% water, it also contains salt, so while sweating can result in dehydration, hyponatremia, a low concentration of sodium in the blood, is another serious risk. For this reason, sodium-containing sugar-free sports drinks, or even soda, can be better than plain water on a hot day or after intense exercise. In some conditions, acclimatization to heat stress can change the way our bodies perspire. For example, athletic people and people who have been living in a hot environment start sweating much more quickly. Their sweat contains less salt, and they produce less urine. You've been Reading Between the Genes with Katrina Voss.